Today, I'm going to be playing as Ivar the Boneless, and my goal is to avenge my father's death by killing King Ayla, hopefully with a blood eagle. But I've decided, why stop there? Why not try and conquer all of Britain and convert them to the true gods? And of course, to make things a little bit more interesting, we're going to be role-playing to my character's traits, and as always, playing on Iron Man difficulty. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. To start things off then, let's go ahead and look at Ivar's traits. He is ambitious. Ivar knows what he wants and he is not afraid to try and get it. He's also callous. Being called both heartless and cold-blooded, Ivar is indifferent to most, and of course the important one for our playthrough, he's vengeful. Ivar is slow to forget a slight or someone who does him wrong. He's also a brilliant strategist, an aspiring blade master, a holy warrior, a Viking, and one-legged. And look at that martial and intrigue, 18 martial and 20 intrigue, both very good stats that we will likely make use of. So let's go ahead and select a lifestyle. I think we will go with martial, just because I plan to lead the armies myself. Who better than to avenge my father than myself? So let's go with chivalry focus, and we've already got stalwart leader, which is good, and courtship. I think we're going to go down this tree though first, once we start unlocking the perks. So here's the man we want to kill. If we go ahead and look at petty King Ayla, and we look at his kills, he did execute my father Ragnar Lodbrok, and now here I am with my brother Halfdan. He's also here. We do have some other brothers as well, but they're not in Britain just yet. But us two have decided to come and personally avenge my father. We also have Ubber's unlanded. We have Bjorn, he's over in Upland over here. He might become the future king of Sweden. And then of course we also have Sigurd, he's over here in what might become Denmark. I can't pronounce that. So looking at my courtiers, we already have two guests. We have this guy here. He's an okay fighter. I will recruit him just because it's very cheap to recruit people to your court when you're tribal. So looking at my unmarried courtiers, if we try ahead and find someone, let's see, if we try and find people with really good prowess, like this guy, 15 prowess, he's a forest fighter, an aspiring blade master, he's probably gonna be a good fighter for us, and he's only 25. So let's go ahead and invite Valdemar with a matrilineal marriage to Gunhilda. That's going to work. And then same with all of my other unmarried courtiers. I'm gonna find some marriages for them and try and bring in some more champions to my court. We also start this playthrough with 5,000 extra levies. So what I'm gonna do, we're going to command one of these levy armies myself, and then if we go to the others, let's go ahead and assign them all a commander, because we want to start attacking Lothian as soon as we can. We have a group of Bondi. In fact, I just realized, new DLC, let's not gather them just yet. We need to station them first. New changes I gotta get used to. There we go. So with all my courtiers married off, it's finally time to take a look at my council. We're going to put my wife on chivalry because we want to do well. I could do with a new Goldie. She's not very good, but let's focus on these ones first. The most important one is my marshal, and in fact we already have Comgan here as 15 marshal. He's doing a formidable job. My steward as well is already fairly decent. We could get a slightly better Chancellor, but that's fine. Spymaster is a big one as well. King Ayla is actually intrigue focused himself. Let's go ahead and put you as my Spymaster. That's a minor upgrade, and I think that's my council already figured out. Unless we can replace you, we can. Let's go ahead and put you, and then what we also need is a court physician in case one of us get injured. So let's go ahead. I think you're an insightful finger and 14 learning. I think Bercy will be a very good court physician. I can also negotiate an alliance with Sigurd, my brother over in Denmark. So let's go ahead and negotiate that one. Unfortunately, I don't think I can negotiate an alliance with Halfdan yet. Not quite yet, because we're at war. So when we win the war against Northumbria, maybe Halfdan will then ally with us. I also need to go ahead and find an educator, a guardian, for my player Aaron's son. Now his stats aren't too good, are they? It seems to be that he's focused on intrigue, so what we might do, let's swap you over to intrigue focus, and I think I can educate you myself. I think I'm the best intrigue person. Oh, my wife is also very good at intrigue. In fact, she's an intricate web weaver. I'm gonna have my wife educate my son. Let's go ahead and do that. He's already got his traits anyway. What about my second born son? Look at this guy. He's wrathful, he's brave. Now, he's focused on learning and steward, but I think we might go marshal because he already has 6 marshal. So let's go ahead and make my second son marshal focused, and I will educate him myself. My dear brother, I am honored by your request, and I would be glad to call you an ally. Marvelous news, my brother. In fact, I'm going to call you to the war against Ayla, so then we can get our revenge together. We're also at war for East Anglia at the moment, but I think we're going to ignore this for now, because killing my father's killer is the most important thing to me. We can also get a new dynasty legacy. Now, there's going to be a lot of war of the Christians. So let's go ahead and go warfare. Prowess +2 as well as +15% knight effectiveness is going to be very useful. If we go ahead and look at our knights, our champions, we're doing okay. We could do with some more. In fact, we do have a decision here to invite champions. So let's go ahead and send the Herald and get some stronger fighters. And what I'm also going to do is let's enact limited tribal authority. We want to get this up to high tribal authority as soon as possible. Already a champion has heeded my summons and arrived at my court as a guest. And look at that, an aggressive attacker and 12 prowess, and he's vengeful. Welcome to my court, Ragnar. Let's go ahead and recruit. Look at 3 gold. It's so cheap. We're going to invite him and make him my champion. In fact, we're also probably going to need him to find him a wife. So let's go ahead and find him a wife with good prowess, and then hopefully they can have very good children. Look at her. She's a giant. We could have giant children. The peasant rabble has already risen against me. That did not take long at all. 50 months until they can send an ultimatum, though. So it's not anytime soon. A stranger is brought before me. He has been waiting outside the castle gates for a week, my liege, my guard informs me. The man bows deeply. My name is Elfric, your highness. I have travelled far and wide and seen many things, but my family and I are wary of the road. If you allow us to stay, I will happily share my knowledge of the world with you and be your loyal servant. Are they Christians? Christians want to... Oh, no, we can't have Christians among our ranks. We have no room for the likes of you. We kill Christians for the worship of their false god. We captured King Ayla's son. That's incredible. You guys know what we do to Christians. It's time to sacrifice him to the gods. And already then, we've completed 3 of our sieges. We're just waiting for the final 2. Wait, we're being raided? Some Vikings have thought that it's the opportune moment to come and raid us. Oh, we can't be having that. In fact, let's go ahead and send up Ivar's going to go ahead and deal with them personally, and let's go ahead and take some of our other hosts as well. There's no way we can let the other Vikings raid us. And just like that, we control all of Lothian now. Dupkin has heeded my summons. Look at that, 12 prowess and an aspiring blade master. Welcome to the great heathen army. And just like that, we've proven that we're still a formidable Viking. Let's go ahead and help our other armies down in the south. Sigurd, our brother, is also waiting here as well. Wait, King Ayla died? We weren't able to Blood Eagle him? The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. Odin knows well I was cursed the day I met petty King Ayla. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that loathsome ogre to his grave. How did he die? Passed from a sudden virulent disease, camping with his army. I really wanted to Blood Eagle him. But the good news is that Ayla is dead. So now we're trying to take the kingdom from his daughter, who's married to my brother Sigurd. Sigurd, why are you married to the Christian scum? You're betraying the gods. We've taken a prisoner. Is he a Christian? He probably is. In fact, we have 2 Christians here. Let's go ahead and sacrifice them both to the gods. Hopefully then Odin will favor us in our wars. And just like that, we have finally won the war against Northumbria. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands. I can negotiate an alliance with Bjorn Ironside now. Let's go ahead and do that. One of my other brothers there. That's going to be very useful. My dear brother, I am honored by your request, and I will be glad to call you an ally. Marvelous news. Now, we need to think about this war in the south as well. Do we focus on East Anglia? We have similar numbers. What I might do... we can't offer them white peace though either. I was thinking maybe we offer them white peace because Halfdan, my brother, can deal with the south and then we can deal with the north. Maybe we focus on Alba, or maybe we sail west and take Ireland. But there's many weak lords over in Ireland. So before we take on Alba, I think it's important that maybe we take on this kingdom here. That way we completely cut off Alba from the rest of the mainland. And it looks like my brother Halfdan also won his war against the Northumbrians as well. We can conquer a county for now. Let's see, let's go ahead and take out Clut, because that would connect our lands together. We can negotiate an alliance with my brother Uber. It seems that he's actually got land in Lancashire. So it looks like Halfdan gave Uber some land. Let's go ahead and negotiate this alliance then. The brothers of Ragnar all working together as friends and allies. I like this. We managed to catch them out on the battlefield. They were trying to siege us, but luckily we've managed to intercept them and heavily outnumber them as well. And we also captured more Christians, so let's go ahead and offer them as a sacrifice to our gods. We managed to capture their second army as well. They cannot hide from us. Our champion ripped the head off of El Anlak and became a berserker, and the army fled straight into Ivar and his army. My wife is pregnant. Hopefully she can deliver me a strong son. Speaking of children, my daughter now has the charming trait, so we can focus her on intrigue. Let's go ahead and do that. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and educate her myself as well, because we do have very strong intrigue, of course. We've also unlocked a martial perk, so let's go ahead with chivalric dominance. That should hopefully improve our knights by quite a lot and make our champions even more powerful on the battlefield. Beck joins your court, the Christian? We can't be having that at all. We can't imprison him, which is rather unfortunate. Why can't we imprison him? Well, because it's tyrannic, but he's a Christian. We could try and murder him. Let's try and murder Beck instead. And with that siege, another victory is ours. But wait, my mother died? Of old age? Oh, that's terrible. We have won this war though, so let's go ahead and enforce our demands. I would like to move to Edinburgh. It looks like a very good stronghold because we have coastal here, so we can easily sail back east to help my brothers, or for my brothers to land in England. It's a good foothold to take over Alba. Sigurd will help us with the invasion of East Anglia, so let's call upon him. Bjorn will also help us, so let's call on Bjorn as well. I don't think he's in any wars, so he can help us too. And then Uber's not very strong, but you know what, Uber? I'm gonna give you your chance to avenge our father as well. Greetings, brother. Of course I should join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of Upland. The fearsome Bjorn Ironside is now sailing west to England, and my brother Sigurd Snake in the Eye is also going to be joining him as well, as is Uber. Freydis has given birth to a son. What should we call you, my son? I think we should give you a good true name. Let's see what pops up. Aslak. Let's go ahead and call my son Aslak. Let's go ahead and start making our way south. I think we should go straight for East Anglia. If we can sail down here, we might be able to catch the enemy off guard. Let's try and land in Grimsby, just so we can get rid of our disembark penalty. Oh, my brother's already fighting, though. Oh, this is terrible news. I propose a betrothal between my daughter and your son and heir, Barid Ivering. But they're related, brother. Do you have traits? You're quick, and my son is comely. Let's accept that. Let's see where that leads to. The peasant faction is also dangerously close to rising as well. Let's go ahead and cross this river. It seems like they're not taking our bait, and they don't want to actually come and fight us yet. My scheme to see my courtier dead has been discovered. Now everyone knows of my plan to kill Beck. Oh, I will show them how far I can go. So the armies have split. If we can engage with the Wessex troops, maybe we can kill enough of them before the Frankians arrive. One of my agents has acquired a deadly spider and arranged for a servant to hide it in Beck's bed before dark. All they need is my go-ahead, and he will be as good as dead the moment the spider strikes. I hope you're not afraid of spiders, Beck. Beck has survived the deadly spider bite. Although the spider attacked, a physician was quickly called and managed to stop the venom from spreading. We're gonna try and murder him again. I cannot have Christians here. Oh, and it looks like the West Frankians are actually able to swing this fight into Wessex's favor. That's terrible news. But we did manage to kill 2 of their champions, which is good for us. Oh, that's terrible. We lose so much prestige. Only 7 gold though. But the good news is now we're not at war. We can focus on what we want to do next. To the abhorrent Yol Ivar, we have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more. We are done paying you taxes, and now the peasants are rising up. Oh dear, now we need to put the peasants in their place. We can't be losing to a bunch of peasants. Look at that. We're absolutely crushing the peasants. The fact that they thought they could stand up to Vikings, even more so Ivar himself. These guys are going to be put in their place rather quickly. And there we go. The peasants have been crushed. Let's enforce our demands. He's a Christian. Let's sacrifice him to the gods, and we'll show these peasants that I rule with an iron fist. So now that we have dealt with our 2 starting wars, I think we should try moving our base to Edinburgh. We're gonna have to improve the control, so let's start focusing on that. All of the control here is absolutely terrible. Maybe we can start building here as well. We have plenty of gold. Go ahead and build a trade port in Edinburgh. That's going to be extremely useful. We want to start trading with our Viking brothers across the sea. Let's go ahead and station our Bondi. We can go ahead and station them in Edinburgh. Let's start promoting the culture. We do want Norse to flourish, and we also need to start converting the faith as well. We will convert everyone to as a true Norse. My dear brother, I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the Montaguese conquest on the Ealdom of Jorvik. Hastings is attacking my brother. Oh dear, Vikings attacking Vikings instead of Vikings attacking Christian. I will help my brother. More armies of Hastings have arrived. Wow, he has 5,000 men. We have nearly 8,000 though. My dear brother, I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the Uplander conquest on... Wait, Bjorn needs my help as well. 1,800 soldiers. Oh dear, Bjorn really does need my help. I will accept, brother, but you're going to have to wait. I'm already helping Halfdan here. One of my agents has acquired a deadly spider. Okay, it's time to kill Beck once again. Let's try once more, and hopefully we succeed this time. He survived again, and it looks like Halfdan has gone into battle. We're a little bit behind. Hopefully we can catch up. Let's go ahead and help my brother retake back his lands then. He's going to take these ones. We're going to take these ones. And Hastings is going to retreat to the south. Hastings is actually trying to take my brother's capital. My brother should be able to win this battle, so I'm going to stay here. To the miserable Yol Ivar, may wisdom ever elude you. It seems that there is no recourse for our dispute other than to settle it on the battlefield. The Northman conquest for the High Chiefdom of Meath? Why are the Vikings fighting each other? We came here to avenge my father's death. A horde of disjointed pirates, landless freemen, desperate lesser children, and other assorted miscreants have joined Hrolfr in his proposed assault against my holdings. Although the size of the force is formidable, they lack discipline or loyalty, with each scrounged mercenary focused exclusively on what they can get out of the war first and foremost. Unlike a conventional foe, it might be possible to simply deal directly with these invaders. Because we're ambitious, we can't pick any of these, so we're going to have to banish them, as we've always done. Fight steel with steel. We're going to continue helping our brother as Hastings, though, because if we can win the war against Hastings, then Halfdan should be able to instantly come and help me. So we managed to take back one of my brother's holdings. We're going to try and take this one back as well. 10 months that's going to take. Where are the Vikings landing? Oh, they want Dublin, but I want Dublin. We do outnumber them, but my brothers are tied down in their own wars as well. Sigurd has arrived. He's going to help me take this, so at least Sigurd is here. And already they are sieging Dublin. That's terrible news. One of my agents has acquired a deadly spider. Third time lucky. Let's try it. Oh, but he managed to escape again. We're going to try and kill him again. This man is like the spider whisperer. So I managed to take back all of my brother's holdings, but now we must go back and siege Dublin, because we have lost Dublin. And there we go. We won the war led by Jarl Halfdan Whiteshirt of Jorvik against Count Hastings of Montagu. So be it. So we've managed to win this. We need to sail to Dublin now. Hopefully my brother Halfdan joins me, as will Sigurd. There's raiders here as well. Oh dear, we're gonna fight the raiders. The invaders are returning. Sigurd, Halfdan is here. Where's Sigurd? Yeah, look at this. It says we might win. We'll have to see. Halfdan is going to join me in the battle. In fact, by some miracle, we might actually win. Ivar is a brilliant commander, and he fought back with Halfdan. Double the odds. What a battle. That's going to definitely make the gods notice me. Now what we need to do, though, there's no time to rest, because my other brother Bjorn really needs my help. My agents have scheduled a journey for Beck, so we abandoned the spiders. Let's try again. Hopefully we can kill him this time. There we go. Beck has left this world, sent off by a bandit's blade. As the travel party stopped to camp for the evening, bandits poured out from among the trees, calling for blood and gold. The soldiers fought back, but thankfully it was not enough. Beck was tragically slain in the melee. The bandits are now hunted by all, and no one even suspects my involvement. Serves you right. Well, I would never allow Christians to serve in my court. And my wife is pregnant again. Hopefully another son. Well, we have many sons. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sons already. I was too late. We lost the war led by Jarl Bjorn Ironside of Upland. My dear brother, I call on you to honour our alliance and join me in the Jorvik conquest of the Ealdom of Cambridgeshire. You do know they have West Francia on their side, brother. It's fine, because we have the gods on our side. 18 months to siege Cambridgeshire. That's a long time. I'm being raided as well. Oh, damn it. Who is this? Is that the Albans? The Christians think they can raise my lands. Brother, I will be back soon. There we go. We've arrived back in our lands. We're going to kill the Alban raiders. To the contemptuous Yol Ivar, we have been burdened with your oppressive law. And now the peasants are rising again. Brother, I will be back. I need to go ahead and deal with the peasants. Look at that. These peasants stand absolutely no chance. And once more, we're going to march south to help my brother. So we won the siege of Suffolk. We're still waiting for my brother to take Cambridgeshire, but we have actually won the war. Look at that. We won the war led by Jarl Halfdan of Jorvik against petty King Edmund Ethelwerd of East Anglia. That's a mouthful. I think we're gonna go on a hunt. We haven't dabbled into tours and tournaments just yet, so let's go ahead and plan this. It's only going to cost us 70 gold, and we should actually gain some prestige as well. So over here is where we had the wolf sighting. And no holding here. So let's go ahead and hunt over here. It seems like our chances would be very good. I want to slay the beast myself. That's going to be our objective. And we can go ahead and increase this as well. Let's go ahead and max all of this out. We have the gold, so why not? We're going to hold a nice glorious hunt. It's going to cost me 134 gold. Let's go ahead and start it. An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I am Burva of Lothian. I have bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly, all those fights were dull, so here I am on this road, looking for someone better than me, someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I will become a valuable and loyal servant, and so on this day, I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. Shall we show him why men fear Ivar the Boneless? You might be less valuable after I win. I'm gonna fight him. And there we go, we actually win the fight and he joins us. This character owns a falcon or hawk, a prestigious bird used for hunting and showing off. Oh, that's incredible. Yes, I'm going to keep the falcon for myself. My son Barad signals across the highland. The whole wolf pack crouches in a hollow not far off. The beasts bolt up on our approach, howling the alarm as they retreat into the tall grass, fangs snarling. We chased after the fleeing grey vermin, focusing on the largest of the group. Now begins the real chase. Ivar was known to be smart. I think we should try and ambush it. This way, men, we need to head it off. Like all game, the slippery wolf has many tricks, blenches, and ruses that can fool even the experienced hunters. My courtier Svein has halted the party. The dog has been standing perfectly still in the tall grass, unflinchingly getting behind us even under the dog's noses. There is no agreement over which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us further from our prize. Do you know what? I think I will trust Svein on this one. Let's see if he can help us pick up the scent of the wolves again. We watch for the wolf from our concealed bowline, tensing with anticipation as the flusher's cries and baying hounds grow louder. The silver dog suddenly leaps into the clearing ahead, fangs flailing, charging straight towards us in terror. Hold! He's mine! The arrow misses! Oh, damn it! So, Ivar the Boneless. We lost 40 stress. We've become a hunter, which is very nice. We gained 450 prestige too, and it looks like gained dangerous beast slayed. Okay, so we've killed the wolf, and we gained the wolf fang. So that gives us some prestige and some stress gain reduction. And just like that, it's time for us to head back home. I can challenge the leader of the invaders of Dublin to a trial by combat. I think I would do it. We're gonna fight to the death. And look at that, we've already won. Resting easy back in Edinburgh, I exult in my success, my axe laid across my lap. Jarl Hofstad's blood still cakes in fresh grooves and notches along the weapon's haft, reminded me of the man's last moments. Yesterday we put our quarrels before the gods, and the gods answered wisely. Think it's time to declare war against Alba. So let's go ahead and subjugate him, and then we're going to have to revoke all their titles as well. It's going to be a challenge. Do they have any allies? They don't. This should be easy. Let's declare the war. And of course, my brothers, Halfdan, would join me, as well as Sigurd. My dear brother, of course I should join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of Jorvik. Excellent stuff. And of course, Sigurd also joining us as well. Look at that. We absolutely destroyed the Christians there, and we managed to kill one of their renowned knights as well. We managed to convert Lothian to Norse. Wonderful stuff. Let's go ahead and start promoting culture in Dunbar as well. I want to turn all of my lands to Norse Asatru. My brother Halfdan also just unlocked this for our dynasty, so pursuit efficiency, retreatment losses, and casus belli cost. There we go. Looks like my brothers are agreeing to focus on war as well, which is nice to see. Wait, we managed to capture the king's wife? I could make her my concubine, but she's a Christian. I have a better idea. Let's go ahead and sacrifice her to the gods. And we've managed to meet the king on the battlefield as well. And with that defeat, we've actually won the war. Look at that. Incredible stuff. To my liege, your great appetites are renowned throughout the world. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. But that means that now we are a mighty king. We have defeated yet another Christian king, and now we are the King of Scotland. As king, you have new duties and responsibilities. You will now be expected to regularly hold court, solving the disputes of the realm, and letting your courtiers take part in your daily routines. Theokar is looking sternly at me in a direct, almost lecturing way. Perhaps there is also some envy in his eyes. He starts to unfold a beautiful banner bearing the emblem of House Ivaring. One of the ways in which the world will now judge your rule is by how you adorn and care for your royal court. I have taken the liberty to have this made as a gift to mark the beginning of your royal tenure. Look at that knight effectiveness and levy reinforcement. Very nice. Let them see their new king. Let's go ahead and hang my banner above the throne. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to hang the banners of my enemies just to remind my fellow Vikings that no Christian is safe from our ambitions. A simple seat of red sandstone on which all the monarchs of Alba have been crowned since King Kenneth I. We get prestige, renown, court grandeur, bonus, spearman maintenance. This is insane. Let's go ahead and sit on the Scottish throne. They're going to hate this. And we also have a Gaelic book on poisons. Maybe we can make use of that if we want to do some more murdering in the future. I have Christian vassals. We cannot be standing for that, so I'm going to demand all of their conversion, and then if they don't accept, then I will have to revoke their titles and kill them. We have unlocked a new martial perk as well. Let's get loyalty and respect. Spouse opinion plus 50. None of my vassals agreed to convert, so what we have to do now, can I imprison them? I can imprison. It's going to fail, so it's going to be war once more, but if you don't convert to the true gods, then war it shall be. To my liege, your great appetites are renowned throughout the world. It seems that there is no recourse for our dispute other than to settle it on the battlefield. We have to rally the troops. I will not allow worship of the Christian god, only the true gods, Odin, the All-Father. Ah, look at that. We actually have his son, a Christian child in our court. He would make a wonderful sacrifice to the evil Ivar. That's King Ivar to you. It seems that in my dealings with El Bersi, I may have accidentally made certain... Wait, you're my chancellor, but you're a Christian. He's been interfering. He's been scheming against me this entire time. Right, Svein, you're going to be my new chancellor. I can't believe I let a Christian serve on my council. My dear brother, of course I should join you in this war. Our foe shall learn to fear the men of Jorvik. Excellent. We arrived in Edinburgh just in time, and we're gonna absolutely slaughter them as well. Look at that beautiful stuff. My lord, my champion Magnus approaches me with a wide grin, sweat dripping down his forehead and soot smeared across his face. I have toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. He presents me with an object wrapped in cloth, and as I unveil what is hidden within my eyes, my eyes grow wide. A flanged mace of masterful craftsmanship. The wrought iron head is mounted on an elegant wrought iron handle that has been etched to display a repeating image of a wolf's head. He must have heard of my hunt. So if we go ahead and look at my mace here, 11 prowess, 35% raiding speed. The motto of the Ivering family, we tell tales of Odin's brilliance, is elegantly inscribed on one side. That's lovely. That's incredible. Let's go ahead and equip our new mace. Plus 11 prowess. We have 40 prowess now. Wow. Sigurd isn't in any war, so I might call Sigurd to the war as well, because he's currently not doing anything. Sigurd has now arrived in my land, so he's going to help me with the enemy as well. They're trying to siege Edinburgh again. We can't be having that, so let's go ahead and interrupt them. And just like that, we were able to win the war. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands. Now, what we need to do is take his titles. I can't take his titles because we have a truce and we don't have high tribal authority. Well, we can have high tribal authority, so let's go ahead and do that. We have a few Christians in here. Let's go ahead and sacrifice them to the gods. Halfdan died, my brother. One of the sons of Ragnar has died. Oh, that's terrible news. And there we go. The peasants were able to take Dublin. So we go over to my prisoner. We should be able to take Dublin from him. So let's go ahead and do that. And then, of course, Is he a Christian? He is a Christian, so we're going to sacrifice him to the gods as well. I'm going to give my third son, the Eldom of Dublin. So let's go ahead and give that to him. My nephew is next in line for Scotland. Sigfrob, my son, he has 23 martial. He's selfless. He's going to be my regent, and I'm going to tell him to focus on money whilst I am gone. I was thinking, if we keep the election alive for the Kingdom of Scotland, why don't I make my second son my heir? Because look at that, he has 23 martial and he's an aggressive attacker. We need someone who can war the Christians and take all of their lands. I'm going to recast my vote for my second son. Can I make people vote for him, I wonder? I think it's time we swap over to intrigue, if I can find the menu. We need to try and fabricate some hooks and things so we can make sure that my second born son here inherits the Kingdom of Scotland. My dear brother, I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the war against the tyranny of King Bjorn. He's become the King of Sweden. I would join you. I will raise my men instantly and sail east to help you, my brother. We are both kings in this world now. And just like that, another siege won by us. We won the war led by King Bjorn Ironside of Sweden against Chieftess Grimmer Solfisser of these names, Solbeer. Just like that, the sons of Ragnar, victorious once more. The Christians have unlocked crusades. We could very quickly become victim to one of those crusades as well. Let's go ahead and revoke all of his titles. And in fact, then we're going to offer him as a sacrifice to the gods as well. Thank Odin that Constantine is dead and executed by my orders, no less. I must admit, fellow, I miss listening to his pathetic whimpering in my dungeon. Perhaps I should have kept a part of him so I have something to hurl insults at while I rest on my throne. She can cook and clean his skull for me. We have his skull now, so we can go ahead and put that as a court-of-our artifact. That looks incredible. We now converted Dunbar to Norse as well. Look at that. So let's try and convert some more of our territory to Norse. We're going to go down here, and we've unlocked our first intrigue perk. So now that we can fabricate hooks, this is very good. Let's fabricate a hook on you, and then that way, once we've fabricated this hook, we can make sure that my second born son is going to be my player heir, because just look at his martial. That's exactly what we need. My dear uncle, I think Svatoslava would serve you well as a concubine. Let's take a look at... She's a Christian. You should know me by now. I do not care for these Christians. We're actually being raided right now. Let's go ahead and raise the men. There's no way we're letting these guys raid us. In fact, we could go and do some raiding ourselves. I think I will go ahead and raise some raiders. We haven't raided for a very long time, in fact, since we landed here to avenge my father's death. So let's make our way down to Wessex. Wessex is a very rich country. In fact, if we go over here, look at that. The Bishopric of Canterbury, 58 gold. Let's make our way down there. We should get plenty of prestige as well, which means we can do some more stuff with that. Maybe get some more men-at-arms. Look at that, already 58 gold. Very juicy stuff. Let's go ahead and raid Dover as well. That's going to give us 28 gold. This is going to be very profitable. We managed to take a Christian. Sacrifice to the gods it shall be. Bjorn died of old age. A second son of Ragnar has passed and is now feasting in Valhalla. We took another Christian prisoner as well. Let's go ahead and execute her. And just like that, the raiding party has returned. 300 gold and prestige. My ally is easily winning this war. So what I'm thinking, why don't we go over to Ireland? I think we should start by declaring war against Meath. Let's secure the rest of this duchy. Their army of 400 men think they can stand up against me. In fact, we've also captured a Christian. Let's go ahead and sacrifice him to the gods. My ally managed to win his war even though we never joined him. So that's lucky there. Now we can just focus on our efforts. They've sent another army against us. They must be getting desperate because they only had 100 men for that one. Just like that, we have won the siege for Athlone. We've taken a Christian as prisoner as well. So let's go ahead and execute her. And then we can enforce our demands and expand into Ireland. I have some more Christians in my prison too. We're gonna have a grand sacrifice to the gods on this day. And I think whilst we have the momentum, we should also declare some more war. What about Connacht? They have an entire duchy. If I declare war, I could... Oh, I have a claim on this. The Eldom of Brythny. Let's go ahead and declare war here. It's only 60 prestige. We can very much afford this now. And we're going to raise the men again. Another victory is ours. And we've actually managed to take his son here. My son here doesn't have any titles yet. So let's go ahead and give him this one. And then he can go ahead and serve for me in Ireland as well. But why stop there? We should carry on the aggression. These guys do have allies, but they're not very strong at all. The Irish rulers are actually very weak, especially compared to us. Now, my son has a claim here, so we could go ahead and push this, or we could conquer county. Conquering county is much cheaper, and we get to pick who then has the title. So let's go ahead and declare war once more. In fact, we could declare multiple wars even. Why don't we declare war here as well? And then we can take Ulster at the same time. I very much like that. Their men are deciding to fight us. I do admit that they have some bravery, although they're never going to win it. In fact, we managed to capture one of their men as well. Let's go ahead and offer him as a sacrifice. We have finally converted Edinburgh to Asatru, the first true Asatru holding in our new kingdom of Scotland. Let's continue and convert some more of them. We're going to convert the faith in Dunbar as well. I want everyone to belong to Asatru eventually. We captured another Christian. Oh, they must love being executed. And one of the wars has already been won. Let's enforce the demands. And now, without wasting any time, let's go ahead and march straight to Ulster. And I think I'm going to give these lands to Tolle. He's only just come of age, but let's go ahead and give him his own lands. Let's let him prove himself. I can make Aslaug into a shield maiden, my daughter. Let's go ahead and do that. I also noticed that we have more Christians in my dungeons. So let's go ahead and execute all of these, sacrifice them to the gods. We managed to capture a few prisoners that I think his child too. Let's go ahead and sacrifice them all to the gods. And then to win this war, I believe we have to go ahead and siege Alex. So let's make our way north. My brother Ubba, he died of old age, so now it's just me and Sigurd. Sigurd is 51, I'm 46, so I'm the younger brother here. Ah, the sons of Ragnar are all perishing. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Of course, we will meet our father once again in the halls of Valhalla. We've unlocked a new intrigue perk. Let's go with Kidnapper. That's going to be useful. And in fact, I think we should try to abduct the King of Wessex. We managed to take back one of our settlements. Maybe fighting 2 wars was a little bit of a challenge. We need to go ahead and interrupt both of these sieges. We should be able to do it just fine. We're running out of supplies as well, actually. That's a little bit worrying. We have managed to catch up to the armies, though. This will be a very easy battle, and we have won this war. Let's enforce the demands, and we have managed to win this war, but let's first defeat their men on the battlefield too, and we took him prisoner. Oh, we're gonna have to offer a mighty sacrifice to Odin for that one. We should go ahead and give this land to my son as well. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. We control almost 1/3 of Ireland. The men are raised once more. Ivar the Boneless leading them, of course. We've already won one of the wars. We have also converted this to Norse as well. So let's go ahead and tell my steward to start promoting Norse. Let's go ahead and promote Norse culture in Lancashire. We will eventually convert all of Britain to this, of course. I cannot believe it worked. It was as simple as letting some of my allies into the castle in the middle of the night. Petty King Guthriff is no doubt kicking himself over the poor security. Thankfully, it's a lot better where he is now. We managed to capture the King of Wessex. Now, we could ransom him for 100 gold, but we don't need gold. We really don't need gold. It's time to see if the king will meet his false god or not. Let's go ahead and sacrifice him to the gods. In a bid to solidify their own personal power, it seems Queen Berthwin and King Ragnar have signed a devilish treaty, dividing the realm of England between them. My nephew, how could you? Henceforth, areas currently under Nordic control will be subject to the Danelaw, while the remaining native states are acknowledged as English territory. What brazen treachery to the... What? So now we have the Kingdom of England. Now there are 3 kings, like 3 true kings in Britain. We have us, Ivar, the King of Scotland. We have my nephew, King Ragnar of the Danelaw. And then to the south, we have Queen Beorthrin of England. Even though these 2 have peace, we can still declare war for the Kingdom of England. And maybe that's where we go after Ireland. We're going to continue conquering these lands. In fact, we just won another war. Oh, and look at that. We've already won this war as well. There we go. Very nice. So we take an overview. This is looking very nice so far. Ivar's Kingdom of Scotland, definitely the biggest. Whilst we wait for our truces to expire in Ireland, we could travel across the sea here and attack Wales. They are very ripe for the taking, and that would also give us a good foothold to launch attacks into Mercia and England in the future. So I think we should go ahead and do that. Let's declare war against Wales, and we're gonna go ahead and take Ymas Mon. My agents had prepared for weeks. The cook has been bribed to look the other way. The poison has been acquired, and the duck was gifted to King Lothair alone. It would be rubbed with the poison, and then the bed of herbs will mask the smell as it is served. The deadly bitterness would be the last thing my target ever tastes. Bon appetit, Lothair! My attempt on King Lothair's life has been damn it. I mean, we can try again, but I don't think we need to. Next time, I'll make sure he chokes on it. We've already managed to take 2 cities, and we took a Christian prisoner. Sacrifice to the gods. You guys know it was coming. Let's murder the Queen of England. We do have a high chance of doing it. Why not? I do not respect the agreement that she agreed upon with my nephew. And just like that, the war for Wales has won. Or the war against Wales, I guess I should say. Let's go ahead and disband the men. Barid, my son, no longer holds any lands. So I guess we're going to gift him this new land of Ymas Mon. Let's go ahead and grant him the title. Hopefully he can hold on to these lands a little bit longer. And now that we have more prestige, we can carry on our wars. So why not go for this one here? Let's go ahead and declare this war, and we can conquer county. It's only 60 prestige, so we can do this. Leon's time has come. All things fall eventually. Kingdoms, lords, children's pushed from high places. So we're gonna try and kill the king, the Queen of England's son. Let's try. It's only a 34% chance, but we managed to do it. Leon is dead. They found his mangled corpse on the ground, candy scattered on the ground around him. His young face was permanently twisted into an expression of surprise and terror. At least everyone thinks he fell by accident. So we have managed to siege these 2 lands and take a Christian prisoner. Let's go ahead and sacrifice them to the gods. But sadly, that's nowhere near enough to win the war. So it looks like we're going to have to travel this way. Have England joined the war? They have. Oh, it's time to siege England. Let's go over to Wessex. Wait, the English are in Ireland. They're currently sieging my holdings. We must go ahead and stop the English. So let's sail our way back here. It looks like we're going to get them in a pincer maneuver as well by the looks of things. And I think I might call on my brother Sigurd. Is he in any wars? He's not. It costs us 350 prestige. That's fine. He's going to join us in the war with another 3,000 men. And once more, the sons of Ragnar will fight together. Oh, the Queen of England is here. She's leading her men on the battlefield. Maybe we can capture her. Sadly, we weren't able to do that. But we have defeated them on the battlefield. Did we kill any of the champions? And another easy victory. We captured the Queen of England. Odin, Allfather, if you can hear me, accept this mighty sacrifice. Can I murder King Ethelwulf? Let's try and do this. We've unlocked a new intrigue perk as well. Let's go for a job done right. Hostile scheme success chance plus 25%. That's going to be useful. As I make all the preparations necessary for King Ethelwulf's departure from this world, I am interrupted by a page. The Scullion went and died without... He's already dead. To the apparent King Ivar, I know that you are Leon's real killer. If you wish from it, I don't care. You can tell everyone I killed a Christian. My God, smile upon me. And we've won the war. Let's enforce the demands. To the cold-hearted King Ivar, may your Ymas rot in your living body. You're a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed,